Hiya, it's Mochi, and welcome back to our playthrough of Monster Harvest. And, just want to say, recording went swell this time. I did pretty good. And there is a bit of a longer recording today, but that's because we did a bit of a extra adventure in the dungeon, and you'll find out what I mean a little bit later in this recording. And I think it went really good, though we had a bit of a almost loss, and you'll see that later on in the recording, almost near the end of the recording, and I got a bit scared. I got really scared, actually, because it's pretty terrifying about what happened. But we also got a couple of surprises today that happens at the beginning of the recording, which I'm super excited about. So let's get into it. Loading up the save now. And it's actually at the very beginning, so you'll see right about now as soon as I get my watering can, which is in the first chest. Gotta get it out right here. I always click the wrong button. I click the A button when I need to click the X button to get it out quickly. Oh, really cool story cutscene right here. Hey there, Kane. Sorry to come by your farm so early. You probably noticed the old foundation. Did you know that you can build a barn there if you have the materials? Been playing around with slimes and found that blue slimes will make livestock animals. You should give it a try once you have your barn built. Looks like you can also build a stable to house a mount. Those are really useful. Have you heard of super slimes? I make them at my store. They have different effects. Not sure what slimes do you get, or not sure what all slimes you get, but you make super slimes something. Anyways, I better get going. Come swing by the slimery. Bye. I couldn't read all that fast, but look, our little planimal's born. It's done. It finished growing. As I said in the previous video, I thought it would be done today, and I clicked the wrong plants. I thought the ones behind it were done, but they weren't. So let's get done farming, and we can now make blue slimes, so because we leveled up, which is gonna come real handy, because as he said, with the blue slimes you can make farm planimals, which I will do once we get the barn, which I'll show you later on how close we are to getting that. And I'll tell you when we're going to get that once I show you how close we are. So I also tried to water a flower again with an empty watering can. I don't know if y'all noticed that. I've done that so often in this series now. Just gotta finish up watering these. I am not gonna plant any new ones any more right now, because I do want to go back to the dungeon, since I am going to be doing something special in the dungeon, and I think I get different seeds for what I'm going to do. I am going to sell this one brain plant because I want to unlock it in the board, and we're just going to go exploring. I need to change out my sword. There we go. Or change out to my sword, because there's going to be slimes out here most likely, and there's one now. I need to kill the slime. I do kill the slime, of course. And there's another slime up here. I try to do the double at swipe so I can get an extra slime, but that doesn't work. And I'm just going behind the trees, because a lot of the times the foraging items will hide behind trees, and you can like fade out the trees if you go behind the leaves, as you can see when I do that. But there doesn't seem to be any behind those. And as I like to do every day, I talk to a couple of the NPCs that are out and about, and I check over here because sometimes there's some out here by the medical center, so I just check to be sure. This guy is normally around the sign. I don't know why he's usually there. I guess he just likes to hang out there. And I sit here because I'm contemplating about going around this way, or going around the other way, the long way, but I just choose this way instead, because I guess it's just quicker. And there is a guy there, so I just talk to him. There's a lot of slimes out here today. Let's just leave it at that. Pick up that item. Those items are really useful because they recover stamina. So I love to pick up those ones. There's no items over here though, which is unfortunate. Usually there's at least one item on this side, but either way, there was a slime. I'm happy with that. I have my cat over here, so if you hear purring, that's him. I almost forget to go and talk to this guy, because I see him standing there, but I just forget to go and talk to him almost, and then I'm like, wait, I gotta go talk to this guy, I forgot. There's another slime here. I try to do the double swiping, but it doesn't work. There's another moon there. A moon fruit, I should say. I don't know if y'all saw that slime. Oh, there it is. I didn't know if y'all saw it, but there it is now. I tried to do the double swipe again, but it doesn't work. And then I think there's another slime somewhere. I think it's at the bottom of this area. Not near the top, but at the bottom. Because there is another slime. I end up getting 7 slimes. Because I double swiped this other one, and I get 2 slimes from it. But yeah, checking behind the trees as always. Yep, there's the other slime. I do get the double swipe on this one. And I triple swipe it. Just to try and get the double swipe, and I do end up getting it. So I get 7 slimes out of this day. And I sell the most of them. I keep one of them. Because in our chest, we have 7 slimes. 7 red slimes, I should say. So I keep one, that way we have up to 8 slimes, that way we have enough for the next 2 seasons to make 8 plantimals, which is going to be really good. And I know I have a lot of the red crystals to make plantimals with, or to make red slimes with, sorry, to make red slimes with. But I'm kind of saving those until we get a special item that we can craft. Which is going to be like one of the best items in the game. And yes, it has something to do with slimes. But it's going to prevent us from having to buy the super slime at the Slimery. Let's just say that. I go back because I pressed the wrong button again. I'm trying to press the minus button to go to my inventory, but I keep pressing the start button, like the plus button on the other side. I get confused again trying to do that. I don't know why I pressed it again. I guess I was just checking inventory. I don't even remember. I sell the stuff I need to sell. Those slimes will give us a lot of stuff. Okay, here's where I check the barn. See here, we need 800 money, which we have, 200 wood, and 200 rock. Now, the rock and wood is not going to be hard to get because there's plenty around the farm. And I just want to wait until this day ends until we get the money. See, the wood and rock, sorry, my words kind of slurred there. The wood and rock is not going to be difficult to get because there's plenty around our house that we can mine up pretty quickly, and it's not going to take super long to do so. So I'm going to end up doing that in the following video. So instead of going to the mine or dungeon, we are going to be working on getting that barn, and it's going to be very nice and very helpful with making money. And I'm just checking for any NPCs that might be out and about. And I do decide to take the long way this time just to see if there's any on the opposite side. So, I am going to be getting the barn unlock in the next episode, which I said is going to be very useful. And as we're going into the dungeon, now there's going to be 2 sides unlocked, I want to say, if I remember correctly. Yeah, there's 2 sides unlocked, left and right. But, here to see something cool, I am now going to switch Glowfin and Branger up front. So now we're gonna try and level these guys up a bit, which you can see I'm super excited about. And you always want to swipe first when entering a room, just in case these guys are camping at the front, as I've said in a previous video, because if they hit first, then they can do a lot of damage to your low level planimals. And you do not want that, because if they hit first, they can, it could be really bad, because like you can use that extra health if you hit first. And swipe. There's nothing in that room, which is good. And in some of the rooms in this dungeon, I forget to swipe first. That happens so much in my own playthrough, and I like end up getting hit by the enemy. But luckily, I'm like super high level in my own playthrough, and I miss my attack, which is so bad because he gets a free hit off me. And he ends up doing like a lot of damage to me, so I do switch into Branger for him to get some XP. Or EXP. I don't know. Do y'all guys say XP or EXP? Like, which do you prefer to say? I change it up with what I say. Sometimes I say XP, sometimes I say EXP. I get tongue-tied, I guess, and then I'll say one or the other, and then I'll try and like change what I say. I'll be like, no, EXP, not XP. I don't know why. It's just, I guess that's just how I've done it. And I think I forgot to swipe at the door when I went in there, and then the footage just cut it. But he was like away from the door, so I got lucky. And I think I killed this guy with my glowfin, because yeah, he doesn't do too much damage to me. Because I did level up, so I was fully healed. And I don't quite get a level off this guy. I almost do, which is unfortunate. The rats do give a lot of EXP points, which is really good. And of course, I misclick on the, or I turned the wrong way, so I don't hit the stone that I need to mine, or the crystal. Like a bit of a doofus there. And I do end up finding the boss room. And again, I don't think I swiped there. I do find the boss room, and I do mine that crystal. It just cut the footage. You could see slightly when I went behind the tree. These guys, oh, the black slimes are so strong for new level planimals. Because, like, they do a lot of damage really fast. And they also have an attack that can slowly drain your planimal's health. And I do end up switching, it just cuts the footage. But they have, and both of our planimals get a level from this. They have an attack that, sorry, I'm getting, I keep getting distracted. They have an attack that when it attacks your planimal, it does extra damage after the attack, which can be really fatal. I've lost quite a few planimals in my own playthrough because of this attack, and it's like heartbreaking when you lose one because they don't come back to life. It's not Pokemon. It looks like Pokemon, but it's not. There's the boss room, so I end up walking out of there because I didn't get attacked by it. Because you want to do the boss room last, especially if you're training newly made planimals, like I am now. Because you want to get as many levels off these guys as you can for the new ones, because they're really weak at the start. And you want to fight everyone else in the dungeon while you can before you take on the big boss. And that move right there is going to become really handy once Glowfin gets to level 8, which will unlock the very last move called Rage. And I want to explain it now, but he doesn't get to level 8 in this video, like in this recording. So I don't want to spoil it at the same time. I'm so conflicted. I don't know what to do. I think I'll just save it until he gets the move. But I'll explain what the rally does because he did unlock that move. What rally does is it boosts your damage outcome for 3 turns. So, however much damage your move makes per hit, it doubles that damage that it does to the enemy. I was trying to think of a way to word it. So it makes that move much, much stronger. So if you have like a low damaging move, you want to move that, or you want to use that rally attack, and it'll do so much more damage. Or if you have a high damaging move, you want to use the rally before you do that high damaging move, and it can almost KO an opponent, which is really, really good. Which is why Glowfin is one of the better Planimals, because he has that rally move. I don't use it at the start because he's still pretty weak at level 3. So the rally bonus still won't do too much. And this guy is really tough on these guys. I do switch to Branger because he still needs levels. And both of these guys do I think, get a level off this guy. Yeah. But Branger's still only level 3 and Glowfin's level 4. But I do, as I say, do something pretty cool this episode with the dungeon. I get the seeds, of course, or the chest, I should say. And if I can remember how to get through this area without mining, I just go around because there's a little opening there. We go to, right for it, we go to level 2. This is why the video is quite a substantially amount longer. We go to level 2. So, level 2, as you can see, has much more difficultly stronger opponents now. So, these opponents do twice as much damage. They hit much harder. And they tend to camp at the doors of the dungeons a lot more. And you see how that guy used Neutralize on me? Well, I think I've shown you before that Neutralize is an attack, or not an attack, is a move. Sorry, I'm letting my dogs inside because they're barking. Neutralize is a move that keeps your opponent from doing as much damage. And it used it on me and made my damage super weak. Sorry, hang on a second. I need to call my dog inside. Lily! Come on! Lily! I apologize for that. She wasn't listening to me. I so apologize for that. But when you have a house full of dogs that are very loud and don't like to listen to, like, snapping and calling them over, it's kind of what you have to do. And they are being very loud right now because I'm letting another one of my dogs outside. It's a very stressful thing at times. So I heavily apologize for that. But I had to do it because it's been raining all day. And I can only let them outside for a certain period while the rain is breaking. So yeah. I really am sorry about that. But it used Neutralize on me, which made my attack super weak to it. And I wasn't able to kill it as fast as I should have. And you saw me use an attack with my Branger called Drain, which if I had lost any health in that battle, which I had expected to lose health, the Drain attack would have caused me to gain my health back while damaging it, which we'll see here because I'll use it again. See, I gained a little bit of health back while doing it again. And I use it again, and I gain a little bit of health back. I think we both get a level off this. Yes, we do. And in this level 2 dungeon, this is where we have an almost tantalizing loss of something very, very sad. So, it's not fun. But you'll find out about that in a little bit. Well, we just started the dungeon, so it's not that soon. And I don't usually like to get too carried away with these dungeons, because you'll end up finding the boss super, super quickly. And I don't like to find the boss that fast, because you'll have to go all the way back to the start of the dungeon to finish the other rooms, and it gets a little annoying. I do switch in this guy, because I miss, like, 2 attacks, I believe, but the footage cuts it. And my Glowfin does get a level, but my Branger does not. And I should have switched my Branger up front to get him a couple levels, but I left my Glowfin up front because I wanted to get him up to level 8, and I regretted that decision so badly. And it costed me, because I missed my first attack. He does 11 damage. I do 11 damage. He does 11 again. And then I think I did hit him, but he did a lot more damage to me. And he did a lot of damage to me again. I killed it. And then my Glowfin doesn't gain a level off this, so he's really low health. I do gain a crafting recipe, and my Branger does level up, so he's fully healed. And this room doesn't have an enemy in it, which is kind of bad because I can't level up my Glowfin now. And if I remember correctly, the next room, the last room, I think is the boss room. Or either doesn't have an enemy in it as well. Yeah, it doesn't have an enemy either. So it's not the boss room, but it has 3 other items. Oh, okay, there is more enemies. But I don't remember if my Glowfin actually levels up. I do have to switch. Does my Glowfin level up and I just don't pay attention to that? And this guy just constantly heals on my Glowfin. That's why I had to switch. Because it was just constantly healing and then attacking me. Yeah, my Glowfin didn't level up. I think to the side is the boss room, yeah. And I don't think this room up here didn't have any, like, fightable enemies. It did have some slimes, and a very important slime that it didn't catch me getting, unfortunately. But you'll see it once I clear out my inventory at home. But this is where things end up going wrong. And you'll see right about now once we get into the battle with this thing. This thing is very strong. So I hit it once and we almost died. So I had to switch immediately. I couldn't risk switching into Branger. So I just go into my Radicross immediately, and it heals. I go for the poison because that'll slowly drain its health as we're fighting. and I end up killing it I miss my attack though, but it hits me again, does a lot of damage, and I kill it finally. But Glowfin does get a level, so it's level 8. So next time we go into the dungeon, I can explain the move I was talking about. And thank God we beat that. Because, oh, you can see the slime there. We got a blue slime from that area with the red slimes, which is really cool because when we get the barn, we can immediately get a livestock animal, which is really cool. I'm not sure what kind of animal I'm gonna get yet. I'll have to look at my book in my little inventory thing. If you go to your inventory and then click the R button a couple times, you can go to a page that'll show you all the creatures that you've collected. Well, in that section, there is also a livestock section, and there is a mount section to where you can see all the mounts you've collected. And there is another planimal side, which is something I've been waiting to show you guys until I've gotten the recipe to make it myself. I will talk about that later, once I, of course, unlock the recipe. And I'm just gaining up as much titanium as I can, because once I get a certain recipe, it will help with dealing with our farm. So I'll explain that once we hopefully get the recipe as well. But it'll take a while to get max level and unlock all the recipes, unfortunately. But it's good to stock up on the titanium while we can, and the gold while we can, because next episode I'm going to be doing something with the gold, and I'm also going to be doing the barn upgrade. So actually, if I do the barn upgrade, I don't know if I'll be able to do anything with our gold. Because, okay, I will say what I planned on doing with the gold, because I planned on doing it next episode anyway. But if I do the barn upgrade, I may not be able to. So, with the gold, I planned on doing the pickaxe upgrade, because when we use our pickaxe, we drain 20 of our stamina each hit. And that's not good for our low stamina bar. So, I may not be able to do that with the barn upgrade. But we're getting about near the end of the episode. I think I sell a few things at the house. I'm not too sure. I think I sell the wood and that's it. And then the red slimes. Yeah, I sell the red slimes and the wood. And then I'm put up our inventory into chests. But this is about where the video ends. I hope you all enjoy. Comments are always welcome. And I'll see you guys in the next video. So I hope you all have a fantastic day, fantastic night, morning, whatever it is for y'all. And yeah, so goodbye.